are back again, day 2 of the daily roundups. We have the team assembled. Gents, do you have a good evening last night? Everything good?
Beautiful weather on the Isle of Man, innit? You know, how can you not enjoy it? But yeah, all good. Did a bit of research, watched a bit of onboard stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, did a bit of journalism.
Yeah?
You wouldn't know about that.
No, I didn't. I went for Chinese and had a couple of pints, to be honest.
Was it good?
It was delicious, yes.
Right, talking of delicious recipes, what we expected to see this evening?
Well, more qualifying. Well, not more qualifying. Qualifying is going to start this evening, so they're going to time the practice this evening. And I think this is where people are going to start just upping the ante a little bit. Everyone got the first laps yesterday. Most people got the first laps yesterday. And that's just an opportunity to kind of blow the cobwebs off. It's your first time around the TT course for nearly a year, isn't it? So obviously the newcomers got their first laps ever, which was great. Yeah, tonight, I think this is where you start really working on the bike, working on the bits of suspension settings, the geometry, maybe the electronics packages that need sorting. We touched yesterday, didn't we, on the sidecars that have got some new the restrictor kits that
plates, yeah.
They'll probably, I'm guessing they'll need to, you know, if that's going to affect the top speed of the bikes, it might affect the gearing, it might affect the gear pattern around the circuit. So there's going to be a lot for the guys to do in it, but looks like we've got some nice weather for it.
Yeah, well, a lot of that data got gathered yesterday, didn't it? So they've had a good over 24 hours now to process it and go through it. But yeah, on a sidecar point of view, everybody seemed to be quite happy with the new rule change. You know, there were no major disasters and they were going quick fairly early on, straight away, really. So, you know, conditions were perfect, no major issues. So that's moving in the right direction, and we'll just see the lap times come now. We'll see what they can do.
Yeah.
As far as the solo lads go, you've got some guys like Michael Dunlop, you know, chasing a superbike setting. He hasn't really got one yet. He didn't look super happy with his lap yesterday. Whereas Harrison just hit the ground running, and so did John McGuinness. You know, looked great. Uchi looked good. Unofficial time was fairly handy.
Yeah.
You know, and they've just got time to start working at it now. Yeah.
Lovely. Can I
See
just make a note completely off topic? This gear looks lovely, doesn't it? Where did you get your t-shirt from?
I got it from Booth's Vinted account.
I like it.
Yeah. I got mine out the back of a van on there.
Well, I was trying to just, you know, maybe
Was it
promote
his
the
van?
fact that
Yeah.
we have got official merchandise here and you can buy it online or on the island. You two scuppered that. Right, you're off on the radio, you're off on the TV.
Telly.
I'm going to go down to the paddock and see what's happening down there. Gentlemen, enjoy.
See you later.
Thanks. Ciao.
Bella. Pete!
Hey, mate.
Nice to meet you, all right?
Yeah, meet me.
Nice to meet you.
Meet me.
Nice to meet you.
You can meet me, mate. I thought, when did we
Nice
first
to
meet?
you. I meant nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Do you know where it was the first time we ever met?
No, go on.
I do. 2012, Alcaraz.
Is that where it was?
Yeah, Pace Days
I
track
was going to say
day.
it was a pace day track
Yeah.
day, Craig's.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. You?
Good. Yeah, I mean, we only spoke 2 months ago.
Yeah, not that long ago.
Up in the Victory Calf.
Was?
So I dare say not a great deal has changed,
Not
or
really.
has it?
No, not massively. Only my teammate's not here. Well, he is here, but he's not riding,
Yeah.
which is disappointing. Obviously, we were expecting him to be here with us. But apart from that, everything else is pretty much the same
Nice. So we've had one session.
so far.
How have you found it?
Yeah, happy enough. Yeah, out on the Supersport bike for a start, in the Swan livery actually. So I'm running Supersport Race 1 in Swan and Supersport Race 2 in Trooper. So we've still got the Trooper livery here. Had a decent-ish lap on that for your first lap round. I was quite happy enough, and then jumped out on this little stocker that's sat next to me right now. Did a couple of laps on that actually, so felt pretty good on the first lap. So I went for another one. And parked it up really. Happy enough.
It still amazes me how quick you all set off down there.
Yeah.
Like I expect everyone to nail it at the start because you know everyone's watching there, and then when you just get to St. Ninians, you just roll off and you're like, right, I'll just get my bearings now. But it's
not in our nature.
It isn't, is it?
It's not the way we're made. No.
Obviously, you come prepared, but what is that first lap actually like? Is it a little bit like, right, we'll just see what's going on here. We'll see what's new on the course.
For me, I think it depends on the rider.
Right.
So some riders work in different ways. Like I've always been somebody that builds, and I build all the way over practice week and even a bit of race week. Like even the first Superbike racing traditionally has never been my strongest race. I've ended up winning 1 or 2 here and there, but it's not normally my strongest race. I get stronger as the 2 weeks go on. I tend to just build. That's just how I am. So for me, definitely, like yesterday, I was nice and chilled, just almost rolling around, enjoying myself, having fun, seeing how many people were here, enjoying the sunshine. There was no wind yesterday, which is also quite unusual. It's quite unusual, especially over the mountain section. I was really expecting to get blustered around, but absolutely nothing. So just had good fun, to be honest.
That's what it's all about, right?
It is exactly what it's all about. It's to have some fun.
Nice. So, in terms of like the big bike, do you feel? Obviously, you've only done one lap on it. 2
laps on the Stocker. Didn't do any on Superbike.
How do you feel on it? Do you feel, because we spoke about your injuries from last year? Do you feel like you're in a place where you can do what you need to do on the bike to get the results you're capable of?
Well, so far at the speed I'm going at the minute, fine.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
When I go faster, who knows? We're not really sure, but I felt okay yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say better than what I expected. I was probably as I expected.
Yeah.
You kind of know yourself more than anything, don't you? But
it's not one of those where you get on the bike and you're like, oh, I can already feel this. I know.
I'm in for a rough ride. Yeah, and obviously as the week goes on, the 2 weeks goes on, that might change for me. I really don't know. So, but I'm happy enough with where we are at the minute. I was happy with what I did. Interesting enough, I went faster than what I did last year in that free practice. I know there's no times, but obviously the bike's got times, so I can see what the bike does.
Yeah.
And I know what I did last year, and I was a good chunk faster than I was last year, and I didn't feel like I was going that fast. I think that's a good sign for me, not trying to get ahead of myself, but it feels like a good sign. So,
that's good for us as fans to watch you be up there. And then we can't not talk about the weather.
Yeah.
It's not been like this
sunshine
for a long time. But then the problem potentially becomes you get more than enough qualifying time.
Wear yourself out,
yeah,
which is something I need to be very careful of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Hence why I did 2 laps yesterday. I could have done more on the Super Sport bike. In fact, we actually missed the cut-off. We took the Super Sport bike out for another lap, and got to the gate and it closed. So it was open when we got there and then closed it as I was about to sit on the bike. But anyway, it was fine in the end. I did the 2 laps on this. I could have gone out on the Super bike, decided not to. Could have gone back out on this, decided not to, because I wanted to not overstress my body too much.
So then tonight, what is the plan?
Plan's almost similar. I'm going to start off on the Stocker again. We made a couple of tweaks from yesterday, nothing major, and then probably, if everything feels good, I'll probably do 2 laps on it, and then going to do probably a lap on the Superbike as well.
Nice.
And then at least 1 on the Twin and 1 on the Super Sport.
Nice. And then in terms of your Superbike, what we're hearing lots about is what electrical equipment we will be using. Have you decided which way you're going on that yet? Or
yeah, I mean, obviously
you're going down the kit route.
Yeah, traditionally I've always been BSB spec.
Yeah.
But we decided, it was almost even a bit after last year, because I was running a BSB spec bike. Davey wasn't, because he prefers the kit stuff. We ended up with 3 bikes all quite different, or 3 bikes the same and 1 bike very different, but it means it's not just the electronics, it's the sensors, it's the wiring loom, it's the way it's fueled, it's the way it's set up, like everything's different all the time. So coming into this year, I decided that I would do the same as what Davey was doing last year and run full kit electronics, and then all 4 bikes would end up being exactly the same.
Yeah.
Obviously, unfortunately, Davey's not riding, which is a huge shame for us, but it means that I can at least ride the kit bike and see how we get on. So far, so good.
David Todd has actually joined us. David,
He's actually just been mooning me. You wouldn't have seen it on camera.
Do you want to show us what you just showed, Pete? No? Hey, it's nice to see you. We're going to catch you on the daily roundup at some point, though, hopefully. If that's all right, just nod your head.
Depends if you're doing it or not.
No, I won't be doing it.
All right, yeah, I'm on.
Pete, best of luck later.
No worries,
Thank you, mate.
Thank you very much.
Hi, David. Nice to see you.
See you later.
So the night has closed on qualifying 1. It unfortunately got red flagged right at the end of the sidecar session. Maria Costello and Sean Parker came off at Brandish, both conscious, both talking, but with injuries. So again, we send our best to those for a swift and quick recovery. But gents, going right back to the start of the evening, you were on the radio, you were on the TV. I actually went to, after Brandish, Hilbury.
Hilbury, yeah.
Oh, right.
Dean Harrison through there. I literally got there just as he came into shot. Oh my Lord, I have never seen anyone so committed through there.
Well, I'm not...
Can I finish?
Please do.
He was on the grass.
Everybody's excited.
He was cutting the grass at the side of the road.
And there's no wonder, is there? Because it was fast yesterday. We knew it was going to be fast tonight. He's dead happy with that Honda, and that lap that you saw him on was the fastest opening lap ever of a qualifying session. 133 mile an hour. He's not hanging about, is he?
16 minutes 54 seconds. Just to put that into context.
Yeah.
Unbelievable form. So confident. You know, that first lap was 133.2 from a standing start.
Yeah.
But you could see his attitude to setting off. You know, he set off first. John McGuinness, number 1 plate, he didn't quite have that feeling about him. He just thought, okay, I'll let you go first. So Dean went first, Nathan Harrison behind him, and it was like, bang, here he goes. You know, so confident, so happy. Gathered a bit of data from last night, but that bike that they've put together for him, Scott Hargreaves at Honda Racing UK, has given him the nod to build that hybrid special. You know, it's a super stock bike essentially, but it's got the superbike brakes and superbike power, but with all the electronics and swing arm that you find on a normal super stock bike and forks.
Yeah,
out of a showroom.
How confident must he feel though to be able to go and do that? That is, he's you know. I spoke to Pete earlier, and he's somebody who likes to build into it, but Dean's just gone, have that. Do you think that's a psychological thing, or do you just think he's just so comfortable, so happy with it?
I think it comes from the fact that he's done a few years on that bike now, and he's got the bike exactly where he wants it. And it's a bike that, as Tom just said, it's you might not expect that to be the bike that you think, oh, well, I want the best of everything, a superbike engine, superbike frame, but that doesn't always work around here. So he's decided to get a bike that he's comfortable with, it's easy to ride, and it's fast. You know, we've seen in the past people going as fast, if not faster, on super stock bikes than super bikes. So, you know, he's hit the ball running, and yeah, he's fast. He's just going to keep getting faster as well, I think.
Another fast person through there I saw physically faster than everyone else was Nathan Harrison. And I think we found out that Dean Harrison, Nathan Harrison, Josh Brooks and Michael Dunlop all over 130 mile an hour. That is...
Yeah. On night 2. On night 1 of qualifying.
Yeah, that is... to go that speed in a race, fantastic, but to do that on the first night,
exactly. It shows that the course is in like pristine condition. We've not had it like this in quite a few years now, and just shows like a bit of continuity with teams like Nathan Harrison. Took almost a step back last year, didn't he? And from the factory on the supported role, and went down the route of H&H, a family-run team. Yeah. And he's just confident straight away. What I love is starting off P2 on the big bikes. So that means he's got John McGuinness in front of him as a carrot, and then he's got Dean Harrison, number 3, behind him. When he comes through, he can latch on the back of him, hopefully. So that could pull you to a proper result. Yeah, this could be him kind of stepping up into that like top 5 role that we know he's more than capable of getting. Let's touch on Super Sport. I wouldn't say anyone pulled any trees up. It was how we expected it. Michael Dunlop fastest, 126. Fast time, but still, you know, there's definitely more to come out of him and everyone, I guess, in the Super Sport class. Yeah, one guy to look at in that is Josh Brooks on that absolutely mint GSXR 750. So that's a collab between Carl Cox and the Ugly & Co. Guys, and they've made a mega looking bike. You know, let's be honest, it's like a little bit retro. It's a little bit Kevin Schwantz 1993 or something like that. Absolutely mint looking bike. But we normally wait for Josh, don't we? We normally have to get him to put everything in the right place and get all the T's crossed and the I's dotted and all that kind of thing. Yeah. He almost composes him a picture through the week until he gets going. We've not seen him fast early on, and that's on a superbike and the super sport bike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
and
normally
he
it takes
is-
a bit of warming up.
But he is one of the fastest riders going, isn't he? You know, he's a world-class rider, and I actually don't think his results. I know he's had some podiums here and he's had some really good results, but I don't think it's been reflective of his actual skill level yet.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
he's yet to show us what he can do, and he's a bloke that I would not be surprised to see on the top step of the podium. Maybe not this year, but definitely in years to come.
You never know. Sport bike, stroke, Super Twins.
Yep. So the quickest guy, Paul Jordan, riding that Aprilia, which is not a TT sport bike. What we're going to see, it's not that exact trim.
Yeah.
It's got a special gearbox. It's got some, fancy bits to it. So it's what they were building to run against the Super Twins. But that it's a evolution of the class, let's say. But it were great straight off. He learnt a lot last year in the 2 Super Twin races, following Dunlop and honing his style to that small bike, because it is a totally different style. It is, and it has to be. Got to be behind the bubble, loads of corner speed, right gear selection to carry your that little bike up them long climbs and keep that top speed up there. But cool to see is hit the ground running with that bike. We've yet to see what Dunlop can do on it, but we know what Dunlop can do on it.
Yeah.
And sidecars, let's finish off with the sidecars. Just a quick question. Did anybody tell the Crows to fit that restrictor plate? Because they might have handed them out, they might not have actually put it in the engine because...
That's controversial, it might have fallen off a bit late.
But the point is,
yeah, I know what you're
118
saying.
mile an hour, that, it definitely had slowed them up a little bit, but that is still... First night of qualifying, time practice, going out and doing that is something else, that, isn't it?
Yeah, 118.2 from a pit lane start. So you need to add about 10 seconds for that. It's not a standing start, it's a pit lane start. So then you're into a sub 19-minute lap.
And how much faster were they than second place? Do you know?
Was it a minute? Was it nearly?
It was about 48 seconds, I think.
I think it was not far off a minute. Yeah,
Quite a lot.
So everyone's got a lot of work to do between now and tomorrow. And
It's too early to tell, isn't it? You know, okay, the Crows were the favourites anyway, coming off of 4 wins and incredible form. So the other guys have got to just chip away through the week, and we've got the weather and we've got the time, so let's see what happens.
One thing we don't have anymore is the light, so we're going to have to cut it short there. We'll be back tomorrow for 2 sessions, afternoon and evening session. Make sure you join us on the next Daily Roundup. If you can still see us, make sure you subscribe to TT Races Official on the YouTube. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, gents.
Thank you.